People who fail the PMP exam always say the second thing. This is volume 2. I'm going to teach you a phrase that if you say it, you need to eliminate it and go down to root cause, clean it out so that you can actually pass the PMP exam. Let's do this thing. All right, PMP exam success secrets with Scott, that's how I say it. And so what we're going to do is walk through common phrases that I hear come out of people's mouth that will lead them to failure. Now, what we do in our system is we identify those real quick, say, what you just said is a failure mode. We need to eliminate the root of why you said it and clean it up. Now, people outside it, I hear them all the time. I do my best to clean it up, but I'm going to tell you what they are, and you can knock them out for yourself, or you can ask us to help them. All right, so last time we talked about the one that said, oh, this is a PMI answer, and they're trying to trick me. All right, number 2 phrase is that, oh, I can't make a decision on this answer when I solve questions. I can't make a decision if I like A or B because I haven't seen C, D, all these other answers. I've got to look at them all to render a judgment on A. Have you ever found yourself saying that? Have you ever looked at A and be like, it's an option, maybe it's an option, and then I'll go to B, I'll know better when I get to D. That is a ginormous red flag for me, okay? Now let me ask you, why is it a red flag? Now, tell me, you didn't know this, but this is interactive. Tell me why when someone says, I can't make a decision on A until I know what B, C, and D is. Why is that a problem? Tell me. Well, the reason why it's a problem is because you don't know why A is right or wrong. That's what you're saying essentially is. I didn't ask you if you loved it enough to get married. I wanted to ask, what is the philosophical and logical reasons why you do or do not like an answer choice? Doesn't matter what B, C, and D are. I asked you about A. So if you find yourself going, reading answers and not being able to figure out which one's right, there's a reason why. It's because you haven't slowed down and defined why you like an answer. Because that's where the gold is. You have to be able to logic philosophically, structurally, procedurally on why you like or dislike an answer, what the positives and negatives of taking that response to a problem are. Those that speed through cheat themselves. They cheat themselves because they start frantically looking for the answer, hoping that getting the right answer on a practice test is going to save you. It's not. I do not care if you got the right answer. I care about how you got there. It's a major difference because your thought patterns dictate your success, your fundamental process for solving problems, and the networks of how you make decisions inside your brain. That's what determines how you're going to solve it on the exam, because you're never going to see the exact question. We do not memorize. It is a fool's errand. It's a waste of time. So if you find yourself out there saying, and if maybe you haven't said it out loud, but maybe you find yourself just running through the answers, you're really telling yourself, I don't know A until I look at D. Now, of course, we're going to get to the point in time where we're going to balance, but you need something to put on the scales, and you need to clarify and focus your mind. So here's what you can do. I want you to pretend like there's no answers, okay? When you read a problem, I want you to ask yourself, what would I do, Mr. or Mrs. Problem Solver? What would I do in this situation? Step 1, lay that out there. Take the gamble. Do not say, oh, this is what BMI says. No. What would you do? Number 2, go to A. Ask yourself, why do I like it? Why do I not like it to solve the problem? Simple as that. Why do I like it? Why do I not like it? And if you get nothing from your brain, you go, I got some work to do. If you get something, then you go, okay, write it in your mental brain, write it on a piece of paper, whatever. Go to B, isolate. Same question. Why do I like it? Why do I dislike it? Why does it solve or doesn't solve the top of a problem? What is the impact of making that decision? Spend the time, slow down, evaluate. Okay? Go to each of them. Then you'll drop 2 out, inevitably 3 out, maybe lucky, maybe 1 out, maybe no out. But now you can actually make a justified decision. And you'll go deeper in your logic because you'll see the positives and negatives of each situation, of each response. So, this is a big one. Go back, look at questions differently, and give yourself the release to allow yourself to not know. So when you go, shoot, I do not know why I don't like B. Well, you got to find out. You got to find out. Because if you don't, you're leaving a hole in your game. And for me, thinking about your success, that's unacceptable. How we look at questions, how we think about questions matters. So change. You can do it. It's not a big deal. We can teach you how to do it. That's all we do. We teach you how to problem solve. We teach you how to see the material. We teach you how to work through it with the logical frameworks that allows you to have this structure that you can build on. It's freeing. It's freeing for me and you. There's nothing I like more than being in these coaching calls and seeing people just go, bro. Just go. Talk through questions. Ooh, I don't like it for this reason or that reason. Or they bring something up and somebody else says, respectfully, I'd like to add a little bit. And then y'all go, ooh, baby, that's why I like it or dislike it. Thank you for bringing that up. Now I got that in my arsenal. Bing, bang. And you work through it and you go, there's only one answer. It's this one. You can get that good, but you can't get there if you take the out of saying, I got to look them all over. Okay? That's what we need to do today. Take some action, get some better, stop saying those things, and even better than that, attack the root, fix it, get better. Let's pass the PMP.